I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Azan. Thank you. Okay, then I have to give a quick recap of what I have covered so far. Okay, so guys, initially we covered the concept of this where we initially we covered the concept of list, guys. So this was a list given. So my question was, if we do a list of minus 22, this is the beginning value and this is the ending value, what will be the output? So I just explained with the help of this diagram. Since here the third step value is missing, so by default it will be a +1. So whenever the step value is +1, it will move from left to right, like in this arrow from left to right. Okay. So since minus 22, we don't have that many elements. So minus 22 is not present. So it will just traverse minus 22, minus 21, minus 20, minus 19. It will come to a point where there will be a value. In this case, it will be at -8 is the last element present here. 20 is present at -8. So it will reach -8. Okay. And then the stopping value is 3. So if this is -8, so it will print this and then -7 and then -6. And so when it comes to this, so corresponding positive index is 3, so it will stop over here only because we have n values third index. Okay, so it will print the first three values. So this is what we are getting here, -22 is to 3. Okay, so we covered this and then we came to dictionary. In dictionary, we just saw if you want to get the keys of a dictionary, we use this keys method. If you want to get the values, we use the values method. If you want to get the key value both, we use the items method. If you want to delete a particular element, we give the name of the dictionary, and in square bracket, we give the name of the key. Okay. We use the in operator to check whether a key is present in the dictionary or not. Okay. Now I know the key, but and I want to fetch the value corresponding to the key. We give the name of the key here. Okay. And we with the key name we can give some. This is optional. You can either give it or don't give it. So if you don't have that key, then you will get this message. Okay. For example, 2 is present. So if I run this, so we are getting a 2. This is not getting displayed. But if some key is not present here, and then if we run this, so we are getting this output as not present. Okay, if you don't give not present, it will show you a null value. That is none in Python. Okay, guys. So that was a quick recap. Next, we have a method called set default. So what set default will do? Sorry, set default. It is going to, if the key is not present, if the key is not present, it is going to insert the key. With with some value. For example, in this case, when we are doing b dot key is not present. Okay, if we remove this get and we use the set default method, okay, if we use the set default method and then we print p, and then we print this dictionary. Okay, so if we run this, you see this forget it printed not present, but when we use the set default, this key is not present, so it inserted the key with the value that we give. Okay, if we don't give this value, for example, in this, let's give some other key now, 2gh, and we don't give this value here. done this. So it is inserting this and giving a value of none. Is this clear, guys, to everyone? So whatever we have covered so far, these are very important to understand, because now what we are learning, this is like the heart of Python. These are the main things like this list, tuples, dictionaries, functions. If you have these concepts clear, then you can easily, work with like file handling, any other thing in Python. These are the main thing that you have to understand and master.
Sir, this sorry for interruption. Can you please explain set default method how it is accepting by default, even it is not present in dictionary?
Yeah, sure. So set default is doing now.
Yes.
So if a key is not present, for example,
Yes.
uh, right now till this point, we have this one, two, three, only three keys and three values. Okay, three key value pair.
Yes.
Okay, now suppose I want to check whether this value 4 is present or not. Okay, it is not present. So when
Not present.
not present, so when we have a scenario like this, that if it is, I want to insert the key if this is not present.
Yes.
Okay, I want to insert this key if it is not present with some value. Suppose I want to insert 4. Okay, so if 4 is not present in this dictionary, insert 4 as the key and 4 and this numeric 4 as the value. So when we print after this, then what will be the value of the dictionary now, guys? After this step,
4.
4 will be added. Okay,
Yes.
so if we run this, you see here.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, clear. And one more doubt, sir. You have deleted this delete one.
Yes.
Delete.
Hmm.
If we have deleted, do we have any option to roll back whatever we deleted?
No, no, we don't have the option to roll back.
Deleted means permanently deleted.
Yes, deleted means permanently deleted.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So coming back now, if you want to, mm, now we suppose we have one dictionary here B and one dictionary have A. Okay, I want to combine the two. Uh, or let's have another dictionary called C. Okay, so C is having, suppose, one common key as 4. 4 is present in B also, dictionary B, and it is present in dictionary C also. Let's give it a value of 44. Okay, and it is having some more elements. 5, 6, 6. Okay, now if I write this update, okay, B dot update C. Okay, and then print our B. We run this. Then this is the our last one. So what happened, guys? If you see, this is dictionary. This is dictionary B. Initially, it was 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. This one and this. Okay, and then when we updated it with C, so this 4 was a common key. This is present in dictionary C as well, and this is present in dictionary B as well after this statement. Okay, so in the this is updating this dictionary. So what is happening, it is overwriting its previous value with the new value that is present in dictionary C. Okay, and other values are getting added to this dictionary. Okay, so basically, after update the dictionary name that we will give. So if there's any common key, it will take the value from this dictionary that we have given inside this update method. If there's a common key, if there's no common key, it will just concatenate all the elements together. Is this
Sir,
clear? Yeah.
yes, it's clear. We have updated 44 instead of 4, right?
Yes, correct.
What if 4 section not even present very first and you have taken this update 44 b dot update c?
So you are saying if this 4 is not present?
Not here on top where you mentioned set default.
Oh, then it will just merge the two.
Okay,
It will just merge the two. Okay, if we comment out this, then there's no problem. It will have 1, 2, 3, and then we have added this one element, two element here, 5 elements, plus this three, 8 elements will be all together in this dictionary.
okay. The only thing if that is not present, it will add. If it is present, it will replace. It
Yes,
will
correct.
replace.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice summarization. Yes.
Got it.
So Danish update method is like upside. Like if there is something new, it will insert, and if there is something to update, it will override. Right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so these were the key methods of dictionary what we have seen. Okay, these were the important methods. Now, if you want to iterate over a dictionary, we can use a for loop. Okay, so suppose I want to iterate over the keys. Okay, so for keys, so this is just a variable keys. Okay, in b dot keys we have this method b dot keys.
Yes.
Okay, we can just print this. Okay, this is so printing the keys. If you want to print the values, do you mean value? Values is not defined. Okay, what is it? Is it value or values? Values only, right? But here, variable name, there's a mismatch in the variable name. You have to print this one. Okay. So let me run this again. So we are getting these are the keys, 2, 4, this, and these are the values, 2, 3. This. Okay. If you want to print both together in a for loop, you can use this items for key comma v in b dot items, and we print e is, you can use the f string here also, f e is key and value is, okay. So we run this. So is this clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So this was this is how we declare a dictionary and how we do these things. Now suppose this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let me open a new one. So we have this method called DICT. Okay. So this is going to convert this is going to convert a list or tuple to a dictionary. For example, if we let's have a nested list like this. So if we have a nested list like this, 1,22 or 1,1, 2,2, so we have a nested list. We print this list. So if we have a, let's save it as DICT2. So if we run these things, so we're getting a nested list. Okay. This is the list. Now, if we use this method DICT list here and we save the result list underscore D. List underscore. Okay. So the same nested list got converted into a dictionary. And this is only for when your list is having their nested list, and each nested list is having 2 elements. Suppose if this nested list is having more than 2 elements, like 1,2 and 2,3. So in this case, if we try to convert it, then you will have an error. Has length 3, 2 is required. Okay, so we need 2 elements, and this can be a nested list. It can be a tuple, nested tuple, or a mix of list and tuple. If it has 2 elements inside this, then this is going to work fine. Okay. For example, I remove that list. Okay, I'm making outer one as tuple, and inside this it is having this lists. Okay, so if we run this, so we are getting a dictionary. So is this clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so one more application of this, you can see, suppose we have a list of names. Let's suppose we have named as Sam, Azhar, Prakash, we have Tanya. Like, we have this list of names, and suppose we have a list of salary they are earning. Sam is earning, suppose 30,000, 3,000. Other is earning 4,000. Prakash is earning 2,500. Tani is earning 1,000. Okay. Now tell me, guys, how can we combine these two lists? Anyone? Members from the previous class, we discussed about one function that will combine these two elements.
Chip function.
Chip.
Zip. Yes. Use zip. So this will return a zip object. So we have to convert it into a, like you can convert this into a list by giving a list function. And then we can see the output as a list. Okay. Now suppose I want to sort it by name. Okay, I want to so this is a combined this one. I can convert this to a dictionary as well. So I will use again a dictionary on top of this. Okay, so this is going to convert this to a dictionary. Okay, guys. Now I want to sort it by the name. I want to sort this dictionary by name. How can we sort the dictionary? So we have this method called sort. Not sort. We have this method called sorted. Okay. Have we discussed about this method sorted so far? For when
Not
we were,
shorted, but we have discussed about short method, not shorted.
correct. We discussed about sort method. Like we can sort this list, a list of names dot sort, right? This method we have discussed.
For short, yeah.
This method we have discussed. This sorted method is very interesting method. We will see a lot of applications of this later on of our course also. For now, I'll just show a simple example, but it is very useful. So I'm using both. Okay, I'm using this list.sort as well as the sorted list of names. Okay. So I think after doing a sort, let's see what is happening on this. So this is the output of sorted method, guys. Okay. And this none we are getting for this because it is not returning anything. We have to, after sorting, we have to print it. Let's use the sorted method on salary then. Okay. Okay, let's sort this. So this is sorting this, and sorted is also sorting it. This is 1000 to the in like in ascending order. Okay, small to big. Now this sort method we can only use on lists. Okay, we cannot use this sort method on a dictionary. For example, so this is a combined list, which is nothing but a dictionary. We have converted this to a dictionary. Okay, so if we use sort on this, let's see what is happening. Are we getting some out? So if you see this dictionary object has no attribute sort. Okay, this method is not present, so we can only use this on lists. So then how do we sort dictionaries? To handle that, we have this sorted method, and inside sorted method, you have to give the name of this combined dictionary. Okay. We run this. But you see, it is not, it is only returning the sorted keys. If you see this as a list. So here we are doing it, guys. Let's okay, let's remove this print statement, comment it out. Okay, so if we so this is the combined list and we are shorting it, but as we are seeing, it is only returning the keys. Okay, it is not returning the keys with the values. I want this entire thing to be shorted. Okay, so in this kind of scenario, what you can do, so we have this method called items. Okay, you have to use this method items. So what items does, it will return a key value pair. Okay, and then this shorted will just take the key, it will short the key according it will short the keys and the values will be sorted accordingly. Okay, so we have to use the name of the dictionary. So this name is quite confusing. LST, let's remove this called dictionary one. Combine dictionary. Okay, now if we run this, so are we getting the elements as shorted, guys? And each one is a tuple inside a list. Okay, so it is not returning a dictionary to us after shorting. It is returning this as tuples inside a list. Okay, how can we convert this thing back into a dictionary, guys?
Function.
How can we convert this back into a dictionary? This nested tuples inside a list. Anyone?
Picked function.
Pick function, right? So is this clear, guys, to everyone? Anyone having any doubt? Are we clear? Yes, no. Anyone having
Yes,
any doubt?
yes.
Okay. Now there can be many interesting questions that can be asked in interviews with respect to dictionaries. Okay. First one, which I showed in the previous class also, they can ask you like this, whether this is a valid dictionary or not. By, in values, they will make some nested dictionaries and they can ask like this. Okay. Second thing, a very common interview question, they will ask you, find the uh, mm, find the number of uh, what is it? Find the count of each character in your name. Okay, this is a very common question and asking you. They can ask you this question, or they can give you a sequence like this: A, B, 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 C, C, D, D, D. Again, they will give more B's, more A's. Okay, so in this question, what they will ask you is to find the find the character and the longest sequence of it. For example, here A is occurring 2 times, okay, but here A is occurring continuously. A is occurring 5 times, so they want this count A and 5. Okay, for example, in this B is occurring 3 times, but here B is occurring how many times? More than that. So they want the max highest occurrence of a character in a sequence. Okay, so these kind of questions can be asked in your interviews. So you have to be prepared for that. Okay. For example, let's take the first example. Let's say we have a name. Name is, what can be the name? Peter Parker. Okay. So here, they will tell you to find the each character and the number of occurrence. So any idea, guys, how would you approach this kind of problem?
Count
No idea.
function.
Yes. What do we need to do?
I think the count function.
Count function. Count function. But we and our output should be in this format. Okay, like this format. For example, in this Peter Parker, right? We have to write P is occurring 2 times. Okay. E is occurring how many times? 2, 3 times. This should be the output.
Okay. So what we can do, I think we can just segregate this name in each character list or anything like the collection data type, and then we can count.
Group by count.
Group. This is not SQL, friend. Group by count. Group by we can't use na group by.
Not group by. I think I'm saying like we can make a list of this name like P, comma E, comma T, comma E, something like this.
Okay, so let's see if we make it a list. Okay,
Yes.
so in this list, each element is one character.
Yeah.
Then what to do? So let's store this list somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Now in this list, what do we need to do?
Then we can think from we can use loop. I think like we can just
Loop.
I think we can just like extract each character and its occurrence like in this list.
What do we need to write here?
Character, comma. It's something like character, print like character and count
Yes.
of the character.
Count. Okay. Print. CHARAC. Okay. Character and
Count.
count of that character.
Yes. Count bracket character.
Okay.
Yeah.
We run this. P2, E3, T1, E3. We are getting some repeated sequence.
Repeated. Yes.
Okay. So that I will give you the assignment. Okay. I'll work on that. How can remove this duplicates. And there are multiple ways of doing it. So try with some other way also. Okay. I will discuss in the next class about this particular problem.
Oh.
Anyone else want to suggest something here? How we can avoid duplicates?
If I don't know whether here distinct will work or not, but any other is there? I don't know about it.
Distant? Oh, distinct. Okay. Distinct, like SQL distinct.
Yes. Does it work here?
That will not work.
Yes, sir. Because sir will allow a distinct.
Is anyone saying something?
The sir will allow distinct elements, right?
Tinchu, your voice is breaking. We are not able to hear you.
Is it
No, it is breaking. Anyone else able to is it breaking for everyone or only for me, guys?
Breaking for me also, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying, whether we can use set.
There's an echo thing. You can write in comments if there is some problem with the mic or this. Okay, I can see one comment here. Can we use set? It's a good question. Can we use set? Can you use set here, guys?
No, I think we can't use set because set doesn't like include duplicate values. So we will not be able to count the number of occurrence a character is like.
Okay. Yes, which will allow only distinct elements. It's a good suggestion, Tenchu, but where exactly do we need to? Yes, we can do it via set also. There is a way. But where exactly and how we need to use set here? Because here we are converting this to a list, okay? If we convert this to a set, then we will lose our count, right? We'll only have distinct elements.
Right.
Okay. We can use set. Let me show you that also where and how. So what we can do now, these values, P space 2, E space 3, okay. We can insert these values instead of printing here directly, okay. We can insert this into a set.
Yes.
Then when we print it, it will automatically remove the duplicate elements. Okay, so let's try to do that. Let's have a set. How to declare an empty set, guys?
Curly braces.
Curly braces. And how do we declare an empty dictionary? How do we declare an empty dictionary then? What is the difference between set and dictionary? Anyone remembers from the previous class, how do we declare an empty set? Yes, in the set function, okay. So instead of this print, what we are going to do, set underscore char dot add. Okay. Now if we just print this set underscore char, and if we run this, set add takes exactly one argument. Okay, add takes only one argument, guys, but we gave two. So what can we write here? Either you remove this character, comma, okay, concatenate the two like this. Let's say this is working or not, or otherwise we have to use update. String only calculate string to string. Okay. String to string. This count is an integer. Okay, so that is why it is giving this error. Let's try to insert it now. Space k comma 1 t comma 1. So we are getting unique elements, but not the way we so we can insert something here like we can insert one space here. Okay, guys. So if we do like this, one space, then no, or if we can give another plus, and if we can give here, this would make it look better, I think. Yes, there is one space in between. It is one. A is one, P is two, R is three, C is one, P is one. Okay, guys, in this way we can do it via set also. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this?
No, can we use SEP also, sir?
Can we use
SEP, SCP.
SCP, SEP? No, since this is not a print statement, SEP we have seen with the help of print statement, right?
Print.
We give a SEP,
Yes.
but
Yes,
here
yes.
we are adding here we are making this entire thing as a string, and we are inserting it in a set.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So how we are concatenating this string with the help of this plus operator, guys? Okay.
Yes.
We with the help of plus operator, we are concatenating the entire thing, making it as a string, and then inserting it. Fine. There are even more methods of doing it. Okay, so you guys can explore more. We can do it via dictionary also. Okay, so we'll have a look at it in the next class. Fine. So this almost covers the dictionary part. Now we'll move to strings. We have not seen strings in detail. So what is string, guys?
Alphabet.
What is it?
Which is not a number, integer.
Not in
Group of characters.
characters, we can say.
Yes.
Collection of characters.
Group of characters.
A group of characters or collection of characters.
Yes.
Now there are different types of characters in the world, right? We have Chinese character, we have Spanish character, we have English characters. Okay, so in Python, string is a collection of Unicode characters. Unicode. Okay, when we say Unicode, it means it will include all the possible languages that is present in the world, all the characters, we can have it in Python string. Okay, because there are several types of characters, guys. So but Python, for this Python.3 is having a collection of Unicode characters. It can handle all possible languages characters. Okay. Now let's have something like Samuel Sam. Okay. Now we are aware of how dictionary list works, guys, right? So same thing will be working for string also. So if we gave in list, if we try to what is the index of the first element? This is 0. Okay, So if we give a 0 here, it is going to print as Sam. That's not Sam, the S, capital S. Okay. If we give a -1, in the last character. Okay. If we give a -111, what is the output we will get, guys?
None.
We are going to get an exception, string index out of
Range.
range. Okay. The concept of slicing, everything is same here. Okay. If you want to reverse it, you give a -1 at the step value and leave both as blank. Then what will happen? It will give us the reverse string. Okay. So index and slicing works as it is working in list. Now suppose now there are some methods in this one in strings also. Like suppose I want to convert this name into uppercase. Okay. So it is going to convert entire thing into upper. Okay. Then we have a method called lower. There are a lot of methods, guys. We'll see the important ones that that will help us like in our projects or in the interviews, those kind of things. Okay. So we have upper, we have lower. What else we have? Suppose I want to find this, whether this character, find any character is present in the string. Okay. So we give the name and then find the type. For example, I want to find out A. So what is this one, guys? We are getting 1 here. Can anyone guess what is this 1?
Index.
Yes. So for example, if I search a capital S, so we are getting the index. Okay. Then there is method called index. So this will also be the same. Okay, if I search index, both are giving 0, 0. Okay. Now let's suppose we have given some character that is not present, like Z in find. We're getting a -1. Okay. Now same thing if I give here in index, we are getting an exception, value error. Okay. So what is the difference between find and index? Right? From this example, what can you see? What is the difference between find and index? Anyone?
Sir, find Z, we are getting output -1 and index Z string. Slight confusion. Why it is not giving the output for index Z when we got -1 for find?
So that is the difference, right? So if it is present, both are acting, both are giving me the index, right?
Okay.
But if a character is not present, then find is returning -1.
Index is
Index is giving throwing an exception. Find returns -1 if character is not present. Okay, but index throws an exception. Now, if it is throwing an exception, we have to handle it using try except block. Okay, so if you don't want to handle it, better to use find. Okay, it turns a -1. Just store the output in some variable. So if it is -1, you can understand, okay, so this element, this character is not present in the string. Okay.
okay. This -1 is applicable for any string value which is not present, or it will vary depending on string value.
No, any value which is not present.
Okay. What if we mention instead of Z -1? Obviously it is a character, but does it give any output or throw error in the
Uh,
index? In the index
In the index, what do we need to give?
instead of Z -1.
-1.
Hmm.
No, if you search this, it will initially only it will give you error that you have to search a string, not an integer.
Yes,
Because
character.
okay, you have to search so in other programming language we have one data type called character. Okay, but in
Okay.
Python we don't have any data type called character. We have only string.
Sir, if any alphanumeric is there in the name, like alphanumeric can be find out. Alphanumeric.
If it is in quotes, so even if this is a -1 you are giving, if this is in quote, this will be taken as a string.
Okay.
Okay, so it will give an exception substring not found, but you won't get an error like this type error.
Okay.
Okay, any other doubt?
No, can we have alphanumeric also?
Anything in
Alphanumeric.
quotes. You can give anything in quotes.
Okay. Okay.
Anything in quotes is considered as string now, so you can give anything in quotes.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. So if you would have noticed, if I give A right here, there are two A's here in this string. One is here and one is here, right?
Yes.
But it is returning me the index of which
One.
A?
Only one for first I hope.
Left to right, right? The first one.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we have only two A's, if we have only two, okay, and if you want to get the index of the A from right to left, not this is going which way, left to right, okay. So if you want to from right to left, then we have a method called rfind.
Okay. Okay.
If we do an r, let me comment out this index one first. Okay. If we do a rfind, then you are getting 8.
Yes.
Okay, because this is present at the 8 in the index.
Okay.
Okay, so you got the difference between find and are find.
Right.
Similarly, for index also we have one as index A, and we have something called R index. Okay, so if we run this,
Yes.
okay, so this is clear. Next, we have some method. There are two methods like this: starts with and ends with. Okay, so if my string starts with SA, I'll just check print this name starts with SA. Okay, so this is a string, it is starting with SA. Let's see this is running a true. Okay, if we give some other value, suppose starting with A, it will give us a false value. Okay, similarly for ends with also you can use it. It will work in the same fashion.
Right.
Is it clear, guys? Everyone starts with end with.
Yes.
Okay, we have something called replace. Suppose I want to replace A with Z. Okay, and then I want to
Spelling is not correct. Replace.
yes, spelling is not correct. So if you see, in this we are getting this replaced, but our original string is not changing.
Yes.
Okay, so this is returning a new string after replacing, so we can store it in some variable and use it, but our original string remains intact. Okay, so one thing here, so we have seen like this one we have seen here, we can access like this, right? What we do in list. But when we try to assign some value to this, in list we can do, right? We can change, override the values. Okay. Suppose I want to insert a Z here instead of S. Okay. If we do this, then you will get an error. String object does not support item assignment. Okay, because strings are immutable. That is why this kind of operation is not supported by string.
Okay. Instead of just one doubt, sir. Replace and update both are same, or it will show different?
Update we have not seen for string.
No, update will support for string.
No,
Like replace.
no. So what you can do now, after name give a dot. Okay, and then you see all the methods that are present, it will automatically show you here.
Okay. Okay. For all this, what is the method is applicable? It will
Correct.
display the default.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So it's no like you should not like remember all the methods that are not important. But suppose you have a scenario where you want to see whether we can,
Use or
replace.
not.
So we
Okay.
can just see here. Okay, so this method is present. We can use it like that.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. You can either do like this, or just you can refer the this documentation also. In documentation docs. So if you go to documentation from Python official site, and here, for example, Python 3.11, this documentation I want to see. Tutorial, there is Python setup, and tutorials. So from the documentation also, you can search for the string and then find out, what are the methods present. But in your ID only, you will get these options. You can find out. Okay.
Okay.
So this was replace. Now comes one of the most important method, strip. Okay. For example, in this is Samuel Sam. Okay. Name dot. These methods we are going to use extensively going forward. Okay, you will be needing it. So we need to understand this properly. Let me remove some. I don't want this print. Yeah. So what this strip is going to do is going to remove your white space. It's going to remove your white space characters from the end. Okay, so what are white space characters? White space characters can be space or a new line denoted by, in Python is denoted by like this, okay, or a tab. Okay. For example, in this our name, or let's take another string here, sentence. In this sentence, we have one space in between in the beginning. Okay, this is a sentence, and we have space and a tab at the end. Okay, now if we do a strip on this, so what is going to happen? Let's print out this first, the sentence. So this was the original thing, and then we use a strip, and then we are getting this one, this output. Can you see the difference between these two output, guys? First sentence and this sentence.
No. Just initially space is given.
So yes. So strip removes this space and this space. This space we are not able to see because on the right hand side we have this much space, right? That is why we are not able to see this, but it is quite evident that from the left hand side it has removed that space.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, now suppose you have a scenario like this. Now you want to remove only the space, anything from the front. Then you have a method called lstrip. Okay. If you now suppose if you don't have any space here, if you have some space over here,
R strip.
okay, then we'll use R strip. Okay, but R strip it will not be visible here. Okay, because right hand side is full of spaces. Okay, is this clear, guys? Strip, R strip, L strip.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, one small dot.
Yeah.
In this also, strip also as well as index, which you written upside A, right?
A dot, which one? Which one?
This one, above, print name dot find A.
This one, huh?
In that you perform left, yeah, I mean say R and L.
No, L
Like
is
in the
not present. L is not present for this. This is by default, this is L only, right? Find and index. It is starting from left to right.
yes. What if we have to find a strip for middle, between or
Oh, if
between index,
suppose you want to remove the space from here,
between, yes.
yes, that we cannot do with strip. We have to find out some other way.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see something similar to what your question is. We have this method called split, SPLIT.
Okay.
Okay. So this is going to convert your string to a list. It is going to convert your string into a list. Okay. So if we do this print sentence dot split. Okay.
Okay.
And let's run this. You see this, all the, wherever there was a space, okay, it understood, okay, till this it is the first element. So this is space. So okay, now the first element is ending here. So this is the second element. Again, it is a space. Okay. So it is using space as a delimiter. If we don't give any value here, by default, it will take space as delimiter. Okay, by default, it will take this as one element, is as one element, A as one element, sentence as one element. So there will be 4 elements in the list.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to split it not via this, what do you call space? If you want to split it via I, okay. So if I give a character I here, so till th will be one like one element. Okay. Then s and space will be one element.
Okay.
So if I run this, see this I, it is taking as a delimiter. Wherever is an I, it is thinking, okay, so this is the, this is where we have to split. Since there are, 2 I's, so there are 3 elements in the list. Okay, till this it is one element, till this it is one element, and this remaining thing is one element. So what if I give here, what other common thing we have? I, S, S. If you give S here, then how many elements will be there in the list, guys?
Mhm. 3. Like yes.
How many S are present in that sentence? SEN.
Yes. 3.
3 S are there.
Yes.
So how many? We'll get a plus one, right? We'll get 4 elements.
4.
Okay. 4.
Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this?
clear.
Okay. Now suppose let me give it a default only. Okay. Now I want to join this list back to a string. Okay. So how can we do that? And I want to join with a space. So I'm giving a space here. Okay. Dot join and the name of the list. So let us save this in a list here. LST. And let's give this name here. So is it joined back, guys? Let me comment out the other ones. It might be confusing. Yes, let's run this. Okay, now coming back to the question, someone asked if you want to remove the space from between. Okay, though, so if we don't give a space here, okay, then you will see there will be no space between the this words.
Sentence.
Okay.
Yes.
Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt?
No.
Okay, perfect. So these are very important methods, guys. This first, especially the split and join. Okay, split, join starts with. These are some important methods that we will be using frequently. Okay. So today, what have we covered? We have covered dictionaries. We have covered string. Now, similar to string, we have something called bytes. Okay, so bytes is a string, but it is you can say string in machine readable format. Yeah, string in a machine readable format, and to convert a string, we have to convert the string to byte. Okay, convert. We can do it with the help of this method encode. Code method we use, but no, we will cover this tomorrow. But because we have to start with the thing which we will do. I just forgot. This one we have to do with web scraping. Okay, we'll start with little bit from today onwards so that we end this in time. Okay, guys. So we are stopping till the here only. We'll cover this bytes in tomorrow's class. What is the difference between string and byte? Okay. So to do this web scraping, guys, we have to extract these values. Okay. So what is this page? Okay, so we have to understand something about this HTML structure. How many of you are aware of this HTML? So this web page is designed, any website is designed with the help of HTML plus CSS. This is for layout and all, and we have some JavaScript code Then they might have used, you know, Angular. Angular, they might have used React, and there's so many new technologies coming up for this for this website designing. Okay, but from all these technologies, we are only concerned with HTML. Okay, HTML. So we are only concerned with this. Okay, this gives you the, you know, and the what do you call it? You can say structure also, but uh, if we open this any website, if you just right click on it, okay, and you click on this inspect, so what you get here, this is called DOM. Okay, this is called DOM. DOM stands for document object model. And when you open this, so you have C elements, and then you see these tags. We have HTML, starts with HTML, then we have head, then we have body, then we have different elements like div, footer, so many elements are there. Okay, so let me also create one HTML file for you guys. Okay, so let's first start. Now we'll design a simple HTML page ourselves. Okay, and then we will see like what are the different components present inside this. Okay, we don't have to go too much into depth. Basic understanding will be sufficient for us. Okay, so any HTML file will be starting with this HTML tag. Okay, these are called tags. Okay, this is the opening one, and how we close it, we give a backspace, and this is the closing one. Okay, now inside this HTML, we can have multiple tags, nested tags, a lot of things are present. If you see this here on this website, so it is having something called head, and inside head, it is having something called title, and inside title, this is the title of the web page. Okay, so we can also give a similar thing here. We can have an head here, and inside this we can give a title. Let's give the title as this is for our practice. So this is a new thing, guys, for us. So try to understand, concentrate and understand this. This is not that difficult. It's very simple. If you practice a little bit, it will be very simple. Okay. So we have this title. This is for our practice, and we have started this tag. We are closing that tag. Okay. Then inside this we have something called body. This is where the entire if you see here, if you hover over this body tag, you see the entire web page is becoming blue. Can you see it, guys?
Yes.
Yes, so this is where the entire all the elements are defined. Okay, so we will also have a body, and let's close this body. Now we can have different tags here. For example, uh, we can have tags with div. Okay, we can have tags with p. P stands for paragraph. So we can have different tags here, and p is here. So for example, in div, let's give some text here. Okay, in this div, this is the body of the HTML page. Let me close this div. Or we can have div here. We will not close it. We can have multiple divs inside this div. Okay. Let me remove this. Let's create another div inside this. The body and P, right? This stands for paragraph. Just mention here. This is a new paragraph. Okay, so this is our sample HTML page which we have created. It is having this HTML opening and closing tag. Head title we have given as this. Inside body we have this div and we have this P. Okay, so let me save this file. Save as A6, right? Okay, let's not keep it here. Keep it outside only. Sample dot HTML we have to save. HTML is all types. Save it. Okay, so we have saved it. If you go back to the folder, Python, we can, this is a sample. You see, it is, this is the HTML file. If I double click on this, so these are the two texts that we have written here. This is for our practice. This is the title. This is for our practice. Where are we seeing this title? If you see this window, can you see this title here on top of the this tab
Yes.
here? Okay, and this is in the body. This is the body of the HTML, and this is the new paragraph. Okay, so in this particular web, this is a static web page, guys. Okay, what we are seeing here, this is a dynamic web page. Why dynamic? Because these are active, right? If you click here, it is navigating to a new thing. But here we are not giving any some logic. We are just creating a static page. And if you right click and inspect on this, we can see the HTML that we have written for this. Can you see this? This is what we have written in this file.
Right.
Okay, now like what is our purpose of doing it? We want to, extract these values. So if I right click over here and I click on this senior data engineer, okay. So you see this is in this A tag, A stands for hyperlink here. And we have some, so this is, I just copy this, okay. I will just copy this. I will just cut out this and I will paste it in this. Okay, so this is what they are writing there. This is the link they have given. Okay, and if I try to add this here in our web page, okay, I have added it here, and let me remove out this. This is not required. I just copied that tag from there, and I'm just saving it here. Okay, and I'm refreshing my browser. So you see this, we are also getting a similar tag, and with this. Okay, now what I want to find what is our main objective. We want to find the text that is written in this. Okay, we are not interested in clicking and navigating. We are only interested in finding the text from this tag. Okay, we are only interested in finding the text from this. That is our main purpose. But now if you see, this hyperlink A is having class equals to some value here. Okay, there will be some more title equals to this value. Okay. So what these are called? These are called attributes. Okay, for example, here I have given div this, right? So I can also give here div class equals to main. Okay, I can give here title equals to body. Anything you want. For example, this P tag, P, I can give here ID equals to para 1. Okay, so these are called attributes. Okay, so let me just re-summarize what we have learned. These HTML head, body, div, PA, these are called tags. Okay, we have seen something called tags. Okay, tags are nothing but these element that is enclosed in angular bracket. Like HTML is a tag, head is a tag, title is a tag. Okay, and when we have some attributes inside this tag, okay, these are called attributes. Like these are called attributes are nothing but, you know, kind of key value pair. Okay, so this is the key and this is the value. This is the key and this is the value. Okay, now suppose yeah, we have one A here. Okay, so let me create one more A tag here, and I am just giving a texture click here. I'm closing this A tag. Okay, let me save it and I will just refresh this browser. Okay, so we have this A senior data engineer and we have another A called click here. Now we have to, suppose I want to get this value data engineer from this particular web page. So what we will do, if you click on the DOM and you click on Control F, okay, so you are getting something. See, find by string selector XPath, right? So here, if you give some value, for example, I want to find out all the A tags. Okay, so we can give a double backslash and A. So what output we are getting here, guys? 1 of 2. If you see this.
Yes.
Okay, so there are 2 A tags here. So that is why it is showing 1 of 2. For example, P is only 1. Okay, if I give a double backslash and P, so it is only 1. Okay, 1 of 1. And if we give A here, it is 1 of 2. Okay, now I want to uniquely identify this particular A, first one, because I want to get a data from this. Okay, so what I will do here, I will give one square bracket and I will give the attribute name. For example, A is having an attribute called class. If you see here, this is one attribute here called class. Okay, so what I will do, I will give A class equals to the value. What is the value? This. Why it went away? Right again. A at the rate. Oh, we have to give at the rate also. Yes, I just forgot at the rate. Class and the value here. So if you give a value of this. So now it is showing 1 of 1. Okay, so we can, what is the help of this? What is the use of this attribute, guys? It will help us in uniquely identifying the tags, okay, or elements. Okay. Okay, so I will just summarize, guys. Just so we have seen what are tags. These are also called elements. You can either call these anything in this bracket as tags or elements. Okay, and we have seen what are inside this tag. We give some attributes. What are these attributes? Okay, and with the help of attributes, we can uniquely identify the elements. Okay, so what we are trying to do here is we will extract the text values from the tags or elements present in the web page. Okay, in this web page we have, for example, this for this first role, we want to extract the role, we want to extract the company name, we want to find the number of years, we want to find the salary, we want to find the skill set. So we have to extract these text values from this web page. Okay, that we will do with the help of this locators. Okay, so what we have written right now here in this particular thing, this is called a locator. Okay, now there can be different types of locators. We can have we can have ID, we can have CSS selectors. Okay, but here what we will use, we will be using XPath locators. Okay, we will be using XPath locators. So XPath can be of two types. One is absolute XPath and other one is relative XPath. Okay, the one that is starting, that is the one that we have written. If you see this, let me copy this. It is starting with a double backslash. Okay, so double forward slash. So whenever we have a double forward slash, this denotes that this is a relative XPath. Okay, then what is a like absolute XPath? Absolute XPath is if you travel from the very top. Okay, like we start from HTML, that is the topmost element, HTML. Okay, and then we are going to body, and then we are going to what is it, div, and then we are going to this A. Oh, is it inside div or not? No, I don't think it is inside div. Then we are going to A. Okay, so this is like an absolute. We are going from the very top till the bottom, like giving one element at a time. But this, if it is a very big web page like this, it is not possible to do it via absolute XPath. Okay, we have to do it via relative XPath. Okay, for example, in this particular web page, let me click here in this DOM and I am just pressing Control F. Okay, or you can Control F. So you're getting this option. If I want to see how many A tags are present, you see how many A tags are present, guys? One of
327.
327. So it is not possible, right, to find out so many A tags in this. We want only, suppose this one, the titles. Okay, so if we give this one, if we use attribute, okay, we have to use attribute for this. If we use attribute like this, then what will happen? Our search will be easier. Now you see how many elements are present?
20.
Only 20. And what are those 20s? If you see, so this is the first element. If I hover over here, it is showing me in the UI which one I am referring to. Senior data engineer. Okay. If we now if we click on this down arrow, like 1 of 20, it will 2 of 20. Okay, now it is pointing to this value. 3 of 20, this value. If I hover over this, you see, now I can click on down arrow, 4 of 20. So it is with this XPath, we are getting, you know, all the titles, 4 of 20, 5 of 20. Okay, so this is the use of attribute. With the help of attribute, it will, you know, it will make your search more narrower. You will get less number of elements that will help you in quickly collecting the data what we are looking for. Any doubt, anyone, guys, in the things that we saw here? I know this will be for the first time we are seeing this will it will not be, you will not get it 100%, but even if you get 20-30%, rest if you do the assignment and work, you will get the entire thing. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
This I'm doing right now because if I take a 2 hours on this complete, then you guys will be lost, right? it would be very difficult. You will lose interest in this. So that is why I just taking out some time from our daily 20-25 minutes. So maybe after 3-4 classes, you will be very much comfortable with this. You will be working on your own. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Any question, guys? Any doubt? Anyone? Or we are good to wrap up the session? We are already time.
No doubts currently.
Okay. So let me just summarize what we have covered. We have covered dictionaries, we have covered string, and we have just covered for what we have seen. We have seen an HTML page, how it looks like. We have covered tags. We have covered attributes. And we have the difference between absolute and relative experts. Absolute. Okay. Okay, guys, then thank you for your time. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.